up, guys? Welcome to local band Smokeout. Any genre from anywhere in the entire world. I do reactions, reviews, and interviews with bands, and I want to hear your music.
Works, whatever works. That is perfect. That is perfect right there.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bo and Josh, ExitWounds!
Hell yeah!
Yes!
Hell yeah, dude.
Boys,
Yeah,
I appreciate you so much for hopping on, doing this with me. Please take a moment to introduce yourself. Let us know whereabouts in the world you are. Plug and promote anything and everything.
We're in the band ExitWounds. My name's Bo. I'm the vocalist. We're from Indianapolis, central Indiana for the most part, all of us. But yeah, dude, just got off work not long ago, carrying car parts around all day in a warehouse, living the life, trying to fuel that, eventually make that metalcore money, It's not flowing yet, but
It's coming.
eventually, if I can get out of O'Reilly, that's the goal, dog. That's the goal.
It's coming. It's coming, basically.
Yeah, dude, I hope.
Oh, yeah. And then Josh, yourself.
Yeah, I'm Josh. I played bass in ExitWounds, and Indianapolis. I also just got home from work not that long ago, and would love to not have to work there anymore.
Yeah, we hope you guys don't have to work there any longer. But before we deep dive and get in, Calcified, man, Calcified is fire. We were talking about it the other day. I think you were in chat. Bo, I believe, was in chat.
Yeah.
We were talking about the flares and stuff. With the new album comes out in November, correct? Offerings to Tragedy, an offering to Tragedy comes out in November.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the end of November, I think the 21st.
I want to hit you with a really hard question to start the show. From Hades to Offering, how would you say you've grown as a band, and what is different about the band?
Well, it's definitely grown as a whole new human is doing.
We gotta get the tough ones out of the way, right away.
I'll let
big
Josh
thing
go ahead,
is
'cause he can speak to the band prior to when I joined.
Yeah, a big thing is different vocalist. But I don't know. The new stuff is kind of like a more matured version of ExitWounds. The Hades was like that Visions EP was our old vocalist had a huge part in writing. And then Heaven is Empty was kind of like, we're still pretty young with figuring out writing music and how we write together as a group. And then this EP is just a more matured version of how we write together as a group, and then plus a different vocalist.
I mean, obviously, Bo being the new vocals is the biggest change, but did you guys go same producer on Heaven and Offerings? I don't know if there was the same production team involved.
Yep, yeah, same guy. Ameliorate and Bile were a different guy. We went to Jonathan DeLeese for those two, but Heaven is Empty was Chris Foster, and then an Offering the Tragedy is Chris Foster.
Hell yeah! So I imagine, Bo, you were salivating, itching to, because I imagine I don't know the whole story, but when you join, you're kind of right away just kind of playing somebody else's music for a minute, and then finally it's time to get your lyricism out on paper, onto wax, so to speak. What was the feeling like to finally? Well, I know it's not out yet, but what will the feeling be like in November when it's out?
So yeah, I got a little taste of writing for the first EP. A few of the songs were already done and being played. Some people already knew the songs as were, so we kept them on the album how they were. I got to write a few though, but for that EP, Heaven is Empty, that was I kind of just all of a sudden got thrown back into being in a band after not doing it. I quit my last band in 2015, and then I went out on like a random like 1 week tour with ExitWounds, um, back before they were ExitWounds, just to fill in. But besides that, I hadn't played music or wrote or anything at all. So it was really weird. Even with Heaven is Empty, I don't want to say I was uncomfortable, but like I didn't feel as confident, writing it. Looking back, some of the stuff I still like all of the stuff I wrote. It's just I felt like looking at it now, I can tell I all of a sudden just had an EP and songs I had to write, kind of. So with this EP, I definitely got to sit and take my time. Honestly, I took way too much time writing the lyrics for this EP, but yeah, it was. I really enjoyed writing this one a lot more. I felt like I kind of remembered how I, went at things, I guess, a little. I kind of called back to some of the stuff that I loved growing up that made me want to do be a vocalist, I guess. Um, so I guess overall, I just felt more comfortable with an offering to tragedy. Had way more time, and yeah, I just feel like overall it's more me. I don't feel like I'm trying to kind of round out a sound that already exists, kind of like I said with that Heaven is Empty. Some of those songs are already wrote, and yeah, I kind of tried to stick to that formula a little bit more so, and I would say this EP is definitely just me. I had a friend help on one of the songs, but yeah, just feels more me, feels more comfortable, for sure.
Two-part question for Josh. Was the band already signed to Seek and Strike on Heaven, and or did they have a hand in, hey, do you know a guy? We do, it's Bo, or did they suggest a replacement? What is Seek and Strike's hand as far as, telling you guys what you should do and not do as far as your career goes?
They didn't really have a hand in it. Like I'm pretty sure Bo was in the band when we signed to Seek and Strike. I don't
Yeah,
remember, to be honest.
they had interest
Um,
prior to me signing or prior to me
yeah,
joining.
like the new vocalist wasn't really like our old vocalist Alec quit back in like beginning of 2019 after we had put out Visions. And then we had gone through another vocalist, which just didn't really work out. Like we didn't really mesh super well when it came to like writing music. Like we're all friends still, but like it just wasn't a good fit when it came to like writing music. And then Bo was just like the obvious choice for us because we're like, we're all friends with Bo. We've done a tour together, and we know he's good and he can hang. So it was kind of just the obvious choice. And then we ended up, I don't remember if Heaven is Empty was written when already written when we signed with Seek and Strike, or if they had interest in us and then we were like, yeah, we're working on an EP. So
How'd you know they were the right fit? Like, was there other offers, or was what they presented to you guys like exactly what you were looking for?
there weren't other offers, but they definitely talked up like a game about like working with us to help build the band up. And that was like kind of the most important thing to us. Is like we're not super interested in money. We're mainly just focused on like how do we just want to grow the band. And they were there to like help us kind of
That's cha-ching chings to a label's ear, by the way. You say we're not interested in money, they're like, let's sign them.
Literally, yeah. No, yeah.
They're in.
Literally.
That's cool. Who influenced you to do what you guys do? Like Bo, to be a vocalist, to Josh, just to be a musician. Like what were you guys jamming when you were yay high tall? Like you're just driving around the car, 15, 16, just got the license. You're practicing screaming in the car. What who are your guys' influences?
I mean, I can give you the trail. I've actually been thinking about this a lot because you know, with Ozzy, R.I.P. passing, that like hit me like harder than I would have ever expected, I guess, because that was like Sunday morning cleaning was a huge thing for my dad. And it was like, you know, pick a CD, and out of his CDs, Blizzard of Oz was always like number one. So he's definitely like where it started as far as my love for rock and roll and everything. But as far as like screaming and stuff like that, like heavier music, I would say the first introduction was definitely Linkin Park. Um, Meteor, like, well, not Meteor, but Hybrid Theory, my dad surprisingly had. He wasn't really, that was like heavy for my dad. Like Hybrid Theory, Linkin
My
Park.
dad's the
So
same way.
that
He
stuck to
that's
me.
about as
Yeah, like
heavy
my
as
dad,
he'll
I mean,
go is Hybrid Theory Meteor, and that's
bro,
it.
but my dad also listened to everything, dude. He would listen, it'd be like smooth jazz, the next second it was Zeppelin, then it was like Jim Croce, then it was just all over the place. So it's not that shocking just for like a dude screaming all of a sudden and him being like, this is cool. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I would say definitely Linkin Park was like when I was little, that was like pretty crazy. Slipknot definitely is number one though, I would say. My brother showed me Slipknot when I was 5, and I fell in love with that band.
Dang, when you were 5?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I
Whoa.
was like 5 or 6. I remember the moment. I was walking to the trash can at the apartment complex I lived in with my brother to throw away the trash, and he was just singing "Wait and Bleed," just the chorus as we were walking, and I was like, "What is that?" And he was showing me all these, you know, insane dudes with masks on. I was like, "What is this?" It scared the shit out of me, but I was interested. And yeah, dude, he put on self-titled, and we sat there and listened to a bunch of it, and yeah, showed me a lot of like the new metal stuff, like Korn, System of a Down, all that stuff. My brother Zach introduced me to all that. So,
That is rad.
but
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
it but you said driving around screaming. I got to throw this in. It was definitely the stuff that I was like, I want to figure out how to do this stuff. That I was definitely, it was like Asking Alexandria and Bring Me the Horizon. It was like
Okay.
that era stuff. Mice and Men. It was all the like
Did you
swoopy
have an
bass
eyeliner
stuff that I
phase like
was.
I did?
Ah, no, I never wore. I paint my nails still from time to time. I never wore eyeliner though. I tried to straighten my hair once, and like I just didn't have the hair for it, so I looked weird. And yeah, I just grew it out, and I was like, this works.
That's cool. Hell yeah. Is there any surprises we can speak? I mean, I expect on the EP. I know Calcified is the first single. And there's not really much information beyond that, but like what to expect. Is there anything you guys can tell us, like surprise wise? Like there's something we've never done on track 3, track 4. There's a surprise feature. We just can't tell you who it is. Like, can you tease us anything?
There is a feature. There is a feature on our next single.
Okay.
Um,
Do you have a date in mind,
yeah.
or does Seek have a date in mind for when that single would be? I imagine it's right around when it drops.
Yeah, no, we're kind of holding off to like announce the date, but it'll be within the next month.
Announcing.
But yeah, this when the next song comes out.
Okay.
So we're gonna roll out another single, and then after that, it'll just be. I think we'll put out some merch around the EP, and then the EP will be coming out on the 21st. But yeah,
I'm sorry, Bo.
Oh no, you're good. It's definitely different. Musically, the EP, like Calcified, is different than a lot of the other songs. We definitely kind of leaned into like our deathcore style.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah. People will always ask us like, what kind of music do you play? And like, we never know what to say because like each song kind of had like, we have hardcore influence, metalcore influence, deathcore influence. We have all these influences, and this EP doesn't really do us any favors in that conversation because it's still all over the place. I would say it's even more so kind of all over the place with, like Josh said, the deathcore influence coming in some of those songs. But yeah, if you like you know, Whitechapel type riffs, old Whitechapel riffs, you know, old Suicide Silence riffs, stuff like that. We got some of that in there. Obviously, Calcified, I'm singing in, which I'd never thought I would be doing in this band, even in the short amount of time I've been in it. So yeah, it's definitely different, but definitely it's fun.
Is that a suggestion that Josh would make, like while demoing or while writing in the studio with the producer, or is that like a producer thing? Like, hey, dude, you should just try singing on this track and see how it goes, or like how did they pull the singing out of you, Bo?
I mean, honestly, it was just the part. Like, I didn't see how I could like do harsh vocals over that part at all, and immediately when I heard it, I got like a kind of corn vibe, or like kind of maybe like Purity, like Slipknot Purity kind of vibes a little bit, just like that weird like eerie guitar during the first verse. So yeah, it was kind of like I don't know. I just heard it and I was like, I can't hear it any other way other than some sort of clean vocals. So I just messed around. And that's the other thing. That's not even really my style of singing. Like I'm a very like loud, belty singer if I do sing. So it was kind of nerve wracking singing in that way. Like I kept turning around immediately to them, like, was that fine? Or I'm pretty sure I even like just made them leave the room. I'm like, can't hear me do this. I don't know what I'm doing, dude. Like I don't know if this sounds bad right now. I don't sing like this. So yeah, I was definitely, that's the most anxious I've ever been before putting out a song, just because it was so out of my comfort zone as far as what I've done with the band and also myself, how I usually sing. So
Well,
yeah,
I'll be one of the first to
those
tell you
things.
right now that it's Calcified's badass, bro. Badass.
Thanks, dude.
So everything you
Thank
guys
you.
are doing
Thank
is
you.
golden. So we're excited to hear the rest of the EP. I want to get to the trivia portion of the show. And Josh, I know I asked you earlier if you could think ahead of time if there's a movie or TV show that you and Bo could both agree on that you've seen so many times, a movie or TV show, where if I look up trivia on this, there's no way I could stump you. Let's say it's tour time. We got one DVD we can put in the DVD player, and then the DVD player just automatically breaks. You can never eject it again. So that's what we're fucked. We have to just watch this the whole tour.
Oh man.
What would that DVD be? Movie or TV show?
That's tough. If Charlie was here, I'd say
dude,
Star Wars. Just
Yeah, I'm not the best
Family Guy.
What have you seen the most that you feel confident? I think it's easier to pick.
Bro, I mean, me
we do this with every
personally?
guest. I think a movie is easier because a movie is an hour and a half, 2 hours. If you pick a TV
Yeah.
show, we could be talking seasons, 30 episodes a
Dude.
season. Like, it's complicated.
I mean, I personally have one that like I know for sure I would not get stumped, but I don't think Josh has even seen it. So.
What's that?
What is it?
Dude, Major Payne.
Wow.
The movie Major Payne. Have you
I think
ever
I've
seen
seen
it?
it
The Army movie.
Dog, I'm not kidding. I can recite almost every word of that movie. It's insane.
All right.
I don't know why.
Josh, what do you
I
say?
just watched it
Are
all
you-
the time.
I have
Now
Major
say
Payne
that,
trivia
and it makes me
already
laugh
ready.
myself.
That fast.
Oh, let's do it.
All right, let's go.
it.
You sure?
Fuck.
Sure.
And
I think I've seen it
making me
once.
second guess
All right, you trusted him, Josh. Here we go. Major Payne
Oh,
trivia.
man, no, we shouldn't have done this.
Specifically, what finger does Major Payne break to take the man's mind off the pain?
This is ring finger, isn't it?
On what hand?
Oh shit.
He says specifically the ring finger on.
Left.
Son of a bitch.
Left
That
hand?
is correct. That is correct.
Hell yeah.
Motherfucker.
Oh, dude.
So it's a good choice, Major Payne. I got to get a little bit harder on the second question. I see a ridiculous second question, and we'll get there. But what do you guys have? But again, I know that like stuff's planned so far out ahead of time. For someone that will watch this that is not a signed band, we're talking a garage band that wants to do what you guys do. How far in advance is it? Like example, like offerings is sent to Seek, and okay, we're sitting on it for a while, we're mapping out. How long does all this take to map out the process of the release? The music videos are shot so far in advance. Like, how long have you guys been sitting on this?
That's kind of a loaded question. We've been sitting on this EP for like a couple of years. But that's
Couple
more
years.
so like kind of our own fault. Yeah, kind of our own fault. Kind of like just other things outside of our control, pushing it back over and over again. But I mean, realistically, like if you're not working with the label, because like that was another thing with the labels, like we had to kind of work around their schedule. So it's like, we have the dates in mind that we would like to do, and then it's like they're like, well, we don't have those available. Here's what we do have available, and it's like, okay, cool. Like, let's just do that then.
So like hold on a second. So like once they give you an available date, and I'm assuming it's like 6 to 8 months down the road beyond what you want it to do, like, and they say, okay, we're locking in that date. Like, does then that start the process of they help with all the filming? Like I just want to get like an aspect of again, like bands are watching the show and they have no idea what it's like to be signed, whether it's a small label, medium size, large, Sony, Universal, whatever. They don't know what this process is like. If you could elaborate.
Yeah, I mean, it's different with each tier of label. Like I'm sure the Sonys, they're probably years, probably they're, I don't know. It depends on the artist too and how big they are, and then what goes into their budget. But for us, like specifically, like we try to have everything ready to go before we go to the label, and we're like, hey, we have everything packaged and ready to go, and then they give us a date. So it typically depends. Like this release specifically took us kind of a while just because we were dragging our feet for a lot of it. Like we shot one music video in January, and then another music video in June.
That's the feature one.
Like,
that's the feature one.
The feature, no, actually, the feature one was the first one we shot.
Okay.
That was supposed to be the first single we put out, but with the feature there was like a kind of like a conflict of releasing. So like for us to have them labeled on the release, we needed to like push the date back to the different date. So we ended up just swapping the two singles and doing Calcified first, and then we're putting out the featured song when it's more convenient for them. But yeah, like it's better to have like everything kind of packaged together and then go to the label. That way they can just be like, okay, everything's good to go. We're gonna give you a release date, and then we're gonna plan around that.
I find it so fascinating that you had like the patience to just sit on it for a year or two until the timing is right.
I don't recommend
9 out of 10 bands I interview would be like, we just couldn't wait anymore. No label or not, it's out. And then it kind of just sizzles and, does its month thing, and then it disappears. But strategically waiting for the exact right time, no matter if it's 700 days later or however the case is, like, it's all timing and perfection. So, like, kudos to you, Josh and Bo, for waiting for the exact right time, and I hope it works for you guys. And Bo, I think you have something to say. You have something to jump in on.
I was just gonna say, it's kind of funny. Yeah, some of these songs, actually the ones that like we were referring to be like more deathcore leaning, like some of the riffs and stuff were written like before I even joined the band, and so the fact that it all played out this way, and now they're getting released when this like kind of like deathcore like resurgence is happening, where like the love for like a lot of that sound is coming back. It's kind of funny how the timing works out. But yeah, I just think that's funny. You brought up good timing, and I'm like, we didn't do that intentional at all, but it is gonna pan out perfect. Like hopefully people dig it,
It's funny because I hit up Josh like a year and a half ago, and I was like, bro, we've been playing the band on the show, some stuff from heaven. Can we interview? And you know what I got? This is what I got, Josh. That's what I got. Until like a week and a half when he was like, bro, it's time. We're ready.
That might be my fault too. I'm terrible about like, we both have access to the band account, obviously on like Instagram and stuff.
No,
so,
I specifically hit Josh up though.
It was.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's cool. It was all meant to be on this day. It was all meant to be to promote the next one. But Bo, I gotta ask you one more because I gotta stump you, bro. I got to stump you.
Okay.
So in the movie Major Payne, how many combat killing machines does Major Payne have under his hat? It is quite a lot of thousands, just for a hint. But you're not getting this one, bro.
20.
It is 20,000 something.
24,000. Is that right? Not 24,000. There's more, but like 24. 24,576.
Such a crazy answer. No, that is not correct. But you are on the right track. It is 20,432 combat killing machines.
Yeah.
Under his hat.
I can hear how he says it too. I was trying to find the cadence to match the numbers.
Success on the stump. Success on the stump. But bro, you really have seen Major Payne like a lot of times, dude.
I'm not kidding. I would go to sleep at night when I was little, like before school, or like, to go to bed for school. I would just play the same movie over and over. I would just leave it and just put it on and go to sleep. And for probably 2 years, it was Major Payne. I don't know why. Another one was Kicking and Screaming, the Will Ferrell soccer movie.
Yeah. That one I think I've seen like once, and that was it. But Major Payne, I've seen a bunch.
Not like Major. I still don't know it like Major Payne.
Yeah, that is crazy. You are the strongest knowledgeable person I've ever had on the show for that movie. Absolutely. Fellas, talk me through. I only have a couple more questions. I'll let you go. I know you're busy guys, but what is your pre-show, like? Let's say we're backstage and it's 5 minutes before showtime. Do you have an unusual warm-up? Bo, in particular, do you have a vocal warm-up routine? Maybe you drink something, maybe you watch something, and then let's say hypothetically, Bo, you have 3 nights in a row, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sold out, Exit Wounds, all 3 nights. What are you doing after the show to prepare for the next night?
Man. Do you want the real answer? Do you want me to say what I should?
You can lie. I'll never know you're lying. You can lie.
Well, okay, so yeah, if I'm playing like multiple shows in a row, first thing in the morning, most of the time guys are getting coffee. I usually try to get if you go to Starbucks and just ask for a medicine ball.
I know what it is.
Like a lemon. Yeah. I always drink one of those in the morning. That tends to help. Try to drink way too much water throughout the day. Just as much as you kind of can drink without pissing yourself. You can ask them. I run that line pretty fine. The amount of times I'm like yelling at them to stop at a truck stop. But as far as warm-ups, really, I mean, I don't warm up as much as I should. I'm trying to be better about it. But I just kind of hover my hand over my diaphragm, give a couple like I'm a quarterback, just that type of thing, hard. Make sure your diaphragm's feeling engaged. I hum a lot. I'll do a couple, just hum for a bit. It kind of warms up your throat a little bit, and then just kind of let one fly and be like, all right, that sounds good, and and then I go at it. But yeah, as far as upkeep, just try to avoid sodas and stuff like that when you're playing multiple shows in a row. A lot of sugar is not good. Just try to opt for water when you can. Stay away from energy drinks, even though I drink a lot of them. If you smoke, try not to a whole lot. I do that as well, and it's not good. You can really feel it sometimes.
Are you guys are you guys cannabis users?
He's not. I
the rest of the band is,
but,
yeah.
1 out of 2. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4.
But yeah, I definitely, if you do, try to stay away from the pins and stuff. That shit's super harsh on your throat, and yeah, you can definitely feel it. So water, and yeah, just
water and
so
flour.
much water.
Water and flour, and medicine balls.
If you're gonna smoke. Yeah,
medicine balls. Hell yeah. Well, boys, we've almost run out of time. I give you one more chance to promote, plug anything. Maybe there's something we didn't mention today that you think should be brought up. Floor is yours.
Yeah, we have a tour coming up in a week and a half with a band called Thin the Herd.
We know them.
Playing...
That'll be
Oh,
good.
yeah.
That'll be a good
Yeah,
run.
yeah. They're
That'll be a good run for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited. They're pretty good. They're really good. But yeah, we're playing Pittsburgh, or we're playing Toledo by ourselves on the way to the start of the run, and then Toledo, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Rochester, Hype Fest in Middletown, New York, and then Thomasville, Pennsylvania. And then after that, we just have some shows that aren't announced yet, and then just kind of pushing the EP. We have another single coming out before the EP releases, and that will be we'll be announcing after the tour.
Chat wants to know really quick if you can announce the Pennsylvania show, like date wise. You don't have to announce lineup or anything, but there's people in chat in Pennsylvania that would like to attend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
While you're looking it up, can we expect a West Coast run at some point for offering?
Dude,
I wish.
I wish.
That's
the
plan.
We actually just signed with an agent, so maybe.
Tell me there's
Sunday,
a chance.
There is a chance.
Okay.
I don't know how soon it will be, but that is on our bucket list, is to not play in only the Midwest and East Coast. But Sunday, September 21st in Thomasville, Pennsylvania at Racehorse Tavern.
There it is.
Hell.
Racehorse. Bo, do we miss anything today? Anything you want to mention before we let you guys go?
Nah, man. Just go stream Calcified if you haven't yet. You can follow us at ExitWounds pretty much everywhere. If you search ExitWounds, you'll be able to find us. I've recently started doing like TikTok car covers where I'm just, I don't know, picking a random song and just screaming like a weirdo as I drive home from work. I'm sure the people beside me are like, what is this guy doing? But yeah, I don't know. Go give me a follow and give me some suggestions because I'm already.
What's the TikTok handle so we can follow?
It's just bo.osperger, ASPERGER.
Hell yeah, boys!
Follow the band. Yeah, man.
This is a lot of fun. It's way overdue. Josh, Bo, I appreciate you guys joining, man. This is fun. Please come to the West Coast. Tell the agent it needs to happen. If I doubt he will need help, but if he does, I know a handful of people to help book shows in the area. So just reach out. No thing. But you guys are awesome, man. We're excited about the album. Comes out. Repeat the date again. I'm sorry. I know it's November.
November 21st.
November 21st. An offering to tragedy. In fact, that is exactly 76 days from now. Josh and Bo, ExitWounds!
Hell yeah!
Let's go!
Thank you guys.
Let's go! Thank you, fellas. I appreciate it.
Thank you.